why people want to go out? You're going to want to increase the time. It's still that too short. You cannot be a cancer, then you want to run global. You cannot be a lawmaker that disrespecting the law that we made ourselves. Then you say you want to say about that, then you waste your time. Nobody can be for the government economy. But when we can be for it's not happening, and it will never happen. The only thing they are there for, when last people from the government came and said, "Sanctify people, young lawyer said, give me 1%, I won't go in law." But they said that over there, employ their family because they need work. And now the person that needs work, and the person sanctify person they want there, we employ our family because some people are happy. Because it is the time to be happy. It is nobody time when the country is not better. It is everybody time when the country is better. And we give this as a challenge to all of you people. 2029, we may be on the ballot for the presidency. Where we will come here and say, you people will have to appoint a commissioner for sacrifice. They are educated people. It's not about education. It's about how well you govern your people. They are people that got degrees. They know nothing. The only person with every people that they can achieve nothing from. Our marketeers will come to power. In every country, at least 2 million employees for marketeers, business runners, and younger boys to empower themselves. The money is there, but everything is wrong with carrying the benefit of because we are close.
Tell Joseph Boga to forget about Yaka Koluba. Nothing Boga do Yaka Koluba. He tell Yaka Koluba. Tell Yaka Koluba. You are not letting them talk. You forsake yourself. Yaka Koluba passing you. Yaka Koluba passing from here. You want to know what Martin say Yaka Koluba. Tell them now. And we do who name tell them Yaka Koluba for that. And I'm going to go Yaka Koluba there. You know when I want to do around there. You move on.
It will suck the life out of you. Knock the wind out of your sail. The wind we put in your sail will take it back. How dare you call us insignificant when you were in political nobody after 2017 and we resurrected that dead political carcass of yours. You show us ingratitude and wickedness. Where are you? Our falling out with George. We did. Fundamental. The issues about which we disagree with us, are still issues that we're concerned about. But we're not here to give you power so that you turn it over to Jeremiah Kumi and Prince Johnson. Jeremiah Kumi is a Liberian citizen. If he wishes to run for president, it is his right to run for president. But to hide behind you, he and his warlord, his mass murdering, lunatical, deranged, unstable warlord godfather. You're asking me to go back to Alex Cummings through his people and make a request for $300,000. Then he said, he might be inclined to give us the money because he wants something from me. So this is the honest man. This is the honest Joe Bwaka. The Joseph Bwaka that is supposed to be a decent, honorable man is asking me to go to Alex Cummings under the pretext of being inclined to grant Cummings' request for him, Joe Bwaka, to recuse himself from the political race and raise Cummings' hand. So he wanted me to go now to Cummings to go and get another $300,000 from Alex Cummings. I never did. I never delivered that message to Alex Cummings because I knew Joe Bwaka was dishonest. How dare I go ask Cummings for $300,000 to give to Joe Bwaka when Bwaka had just made a fun of Cummings in Ghana at a meeting Cummings gave him money for? And this is and these are things we could not come to the public to disclose these things. We could not do these things because we were in too deep. We were in too deep. And so what did I do?
Guess what? The
people come and play. I swear. I'm with the EPA with me. Just start our bed and they get it wrong. What's more like edition is like from people. I was there to you know, it's the on sale with them like it's the sale. We the model table never. People running behind.
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you to us? So why the rest not stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No justice for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can't hold. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping body, bringing poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people, I hate to say you not love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you was hoping to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I said, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama. Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you was hoping to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I said, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. Yama 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 yama.
Misguided, uncoordinated, childishness, thoughtless attitude, immaturity to the level, gross incompetence, vengeance, vindictiveness, and a lot more of political pettiness. This is what we see from the Joe Boakas administration in the Republic of Liberia. What a sad way to start today's edition of Freedom Hub on 87.9.
But we're not seeing changes.
When your country, my country, Liberia, is being forced into political instability,
You made the whole country divided.
not by the opposition community,
Unity Party, they can't come.
not by a warring faction,
You wish hunting.
but by the very government we elected to steer the affairs of our country.
You wish hunting.
I have never seen a Liberian government that is so interested
Who you rather give the rescue now?
in destabilizing the country as compared to the Joe Boakas Unity Party administration.
I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue?
Breaking news.
You not give him the people what they want.
Honorable Jonathan Fonati Kofa, the former Speaker of the House of Representatives,
The people say nah.
along with 3 others, to include Jacob DB of Granjida County, Abu Bana Kamara of District 15, Montserrat County, and Honorable Dexin Wulauli Sibo, all of them representatives and honorables,
The people what they want, then you say you give the rest.
have been released
Mr. Rescue, the people
on bail from the Monrovia Central Prison
you
after their lawyers filed
but we not see
a criminal insurance bond
since you made you and your rescue team.
that will enable them to be
You made it.
going to court from their respective homes.
PDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude.
We're going to be going into the details of that conversation.
Now on the top of the happy,
There's going to be a lot of political conversation around that.
you wish haunting.
Liberians are beginning to suspect that the government
Tell me who you rather give the rescue now.
is being partial in the handling of this so-called arson attack on the Capitol.
I just wanna ask you one question.
All of the details will come alive when we deeper into the conversation.
Go what they want, then you say you give the rescue.
My name is Khan Oliver Khan. Princess Alexa Vanja Cody is also pretty seated today.
Go what they want, then you say you give the rescue.
We will run up to 6 o'clock today
Mr. Rescue, the people.
with a lot of the issues making the news in the country.
You say you was going to change,
On the flip side of things,
but we not seeing changes.
Mami Doe, Veronica Mami Doe, the daughter of the late President William,
Not seeing changes.
did I say William V. Stadman?
I let into two.
Mami Doe, the daughter of the late President Samuel Kanyon Kwite Doe,
You wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You dance sassy.
on today returned
Now on the top of the Liberian
2 cows plus the 50 bag of rice and $5,000
you and your rep.
that the former Liberian president already contributed to the funeral of the late Madam
One question now.
Nancy Doe.
You not give.
So Mami Doe returned the materials President Ware gave to her
Let me ask.
and the entire family, where he paid
Like you. That's what yama, 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 yama.
a visit to the mat. But after she returned the materials to President Weah today at the CDC headquarters, members of the family, including other Grangidians, went back to the CDC and said, "We are sorry. The late girl did not ask us, when she was doing what she was doing.
You not give him the people.
We did not tell her to do what she did.
The rescue.
We are sorry, Mr. Former President.
Mr.
She acted on her own,
Like you.
and we are so sorry."
You say you was going.
And so as we speak, they are currently uploading the rice and the 2 cows
Promises you.
at the home of the late former first lady of our country.
You made the whole country divided into two.
And so
CDC and Unity Party.
all of that conversation will be held here on the platform.
You wish haunting.
Too many things we are learning.
People suffering. You dance sassy.
On yesterday, the Liberian former president, His Excellency George Manawaya, visited the Monrovia Central Prison.
You and your rescue team.
Before then, he was at the home of the late Mother Nancy Doe.
Ask you one question.
One after the Liberian former president left,
You not give.
the current president also went there.
You say you give the rescue. Let me ask.
So right after George Weah left Madam Doe's house,
Then I'm like you.
Joseph Waka went there.
Yama, 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 yama.
When President Weah was there, he made the promises that he would give cow, he would give rice, and right on the scene, give a packet. The family accepted. They accepted it. No question. There were no questions. In fact, they shook hands. They loved our Grangidian women, the Crown women, the Putu women. And they celebrated. Everything was so enjoyable. It was a nice time with their son, with their own son. It was a nice time with their son, sympathizing with them.
What they want, then you say
But again,
rescue.
right after the former president left,
It's a rescue. The people
President Joe Baka went there, and we are being told that when he visited,
going to change things.
that was when the political situation came in.
You made you and your
Mommy tell Joey, I said, I ain't come with it, we'll give it.
you made the whole
Mommy, I don't telling you, give Joey it, we'll give it back.
Unity Party. They can't come.
And so Mommy too today go carry the dinner by the grandchildren and say, Mommy, acting your own.
Now on the top of the happy.
You acting on your own. We accepted our gifts and we'll go for it.
Haunting. Now on the top of the happy.
If anybody keep telling you anything beyond the scene, we don't know. We don't want to be involved.
Rescue team.
We don't want to be political.
Rescue.
We are traditional people. When people give us gifts,
I just wanna
we don't return it.
know who you give the rescue.
This is not how we are. Grenadians are peaceful people.
What they want, then you say,
Grenadians are respectful people.
let me ask you.
Don't do something that will make the outside world to question the integrity of we Grenadians. And so on today's edition, we are hoping to have a special line, a particular line dedicated to Grenadians, people from Grenada County, to respond and have their own opinion on what was done on today by Madam Veronica Mamindo, the daughter of the late Samuel Canyon Kwite Do,
Then you say you keep the rest.
right in Monrovia.
Let me ask you.
All of these plus many other different issues will form the basis of today's presentation
You see,
here on 87.9. We will take a break. When we come back from our break,
I'm just saying you.
Alexa and I will go into the issues on this program.
Not saying change.
Remember, with $100 Liberian dollars
CDC and you
and lock on your side, and with a Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money phone,
mountain. Down the top of the Liberia.
you can play star 799 star 11 hatch
You West Ham.
and win for yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars.
So suffering.
Keep it coming into star 799 star 11 hatch,
You and your rest.
and that will mean business for you
Rescue.
right here on the People's Radio. Let's take a break to be right back.
Question that who you give the rescue. You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Mr. Rescue. I just want to ask you one question that who you give the rescue. You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you.
The money, use your time well. No waka waka.
Yes, yes, yes,
Pee-wee,
yes.
what all the happiness for now?
Yama, the thing that making some of our friends in other countries can be building houses and sending their children to Google schools. Now come to Liberia, yeah?
What's that?
They got one Liberian company called Liberty Fortune.
Liberty Fortune?
Yes, this company bringing one game they call Liberty Fortune Scratch and Win game.
And how people can play this game?
Very easy. Buy their ticket and scratch the silver part on it. Just the same way you can do the scratch card. Then any money you see on it is for you. You can win different amount of money, all the way up to 10,000 USD.
So you mean when I buy the Liberty Fortune scratch card and build the silver part, any money there is for me?
Yes, and you only need just $1 USD on the same money LD to play and win.
But where I can get a Liberty scratch card from?
Go to the shops, go to the boys who selling scratch cards and tell them that you want Liberty scratch card. Pay, scratch, and win. And then you take the winning card to their office at the Don's residence on 2nd Street, Topman Boulevard in Cinco for your money.
Pee-wee, thank you for this life-changing Liberty scratch card. We for it every day. Spend small money and win big money.
A message from Liberty Fortune LLC, the new game changer in Liberia. Oh yeah.
Spend the money, use your time well. No waka waka. It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the real authority. That it can't take your law in. Crime stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a human target, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, get people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us Syria, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. Alexa, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Oliver, and I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. However, where you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome to today's presentation of Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. And if you're following us on Facebook, of course, we're live on Freedom FM 87.9 TV on Facebook and YouTube. Today is an interesting day, by the way, and we are going to talk about all of the amazingly interesting stories, trending right now in Liberia. So, however, where you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome.
Okay, so basically there are too many things happening in the country on today. A lot of issues happen in the country, but we want to go to the first and most important story in the country. Alexa, today the former speaker with 3 of his colleagues, to include Honorable Jacob Debbie of Grangida County, Abu Kamara of District 15, the Logan Town area. That's how you will get it. Claire Dixon Sibo of District 16, Nikru Town area. Honorable Jonathan Fonanti Kofa of Grand Cru County District number 2. The 4 of them were released on bail today from the Monroeville Central Prison, pending the rest of the court trial. In regards to the criminal case brought forth against them, they've been accused by the Liberian government of being responsible for the burning down of the Capitol building, Alexa. So today, the 4 of them were released. What is it from your end? How did you receive that information?
I think basically it was an emotional moment. I wouldn't say for me single-handedly, but I think for a lot of people, especially Liberians who have always regarded the Constitution and regarded basically the laws of the land to be respected, especially when it comes to these different cases and how a person should be forwarded to court, and when it also involves some of the things that are to be well understood. But today, looking at the scene, especially the number of people who turned up and former President George Weah been there, it was really emotional, especially after they were released. You saw how the former speaker was received by his own crew brother, George Weah. So it was really emotional. But I also think at the end of the day, a lot of people are looking forward to what is going to happen next, because following what transpired over the weekend, where you had lawmakers taken to the Liberian National Police, and based on the time, I don't know if that was of convenience, especially to the people who had already had them kept there. But after what happened from the weekend to Sunday, and today is Monday, it tells you exactly how the country is and what's actually happening in the country when it comes to division, when it comes to misunderstanding, when it comes to people not understanding exactly what should happen, to disregard their own political pettiness and to focus on, professionalism as well as respecting and following the laws of our country. Seriously.
Okay, so basically, here is what we said, and we'll go to the lines and take some calls. But as we will be doing so, the former president visited the court today, and after his visit, he did that with the political leader of the ANC, the political leader of MOVE, and the political leader of the NPP. So Madam Joy Howard Taylor, Mr. Musa Hassan Belete of the CMC also visited the headquarters today, and that saw, the court granting, not about their visit, but their lawyer secured, a criminal insurance bond for all of the lawmakers, and that gave rise to the temporary, freedom that they have pending the entire court process. But following the situation at the Temple of Justice, the former president spoke to the press briefly. After he did so, then we also had a brief interview with the former Speaker General Fanatikova, and I want to play those two recordings quickly. Yes, Alexa, you will respond to them as well.
Yes,
I want to play those two recordings. Alexa will respond to them. Then we will move on to the conversation. We'll open up the lines and take calls. Then the second segment, we'll talk about Mamindo, the cow, reloaded. So we'll talk more about it. Okay, yes. I mean, everything will fall in line. Okay. So we'll talk more about it. But this is what the former president of our country, His Excellency George Manawea, said when he left the court this morning. Listen to it. Take your time.
All friends here with family. You understand? Don't let nobody force you to do what you don't want to do. Real people resign. They said, no, I'm not going to convict the person because the person is not wrong. The law is the law. If I have to do this, then I resign. That's how people do. You know, but you can't be conspiring against people because you believe that your boss may say you must do this. And then at the end of the day, it creates tension in the country. Let's say, okay, we look more peaceful coexistence. And then when the tension rising, then you say you're giving a bomb. So what's the essence of that? What's the essence? If you need that, though immunity was there, then you could have solved the problem. But you want to put everybody together, put everybody else together. This is wrong. You know, Africa need to change. You know, if you look around, there's a lot of issues in the African country. Liberia had an issue. If Liberians are not smart, they will go back to where they came from, and we don't want that. You know what I'm saying? There's no government, there's no president. You understand? Have the power more than the people. Yes, the people has the power, and that's why I saw that. Why you see everybody together, put everybody else together. This is wrong. You know, Africa need to change. You know, if you look around, there's a lot of issues in the African country. Liberia had an issue. If Liberians are not smart, they will go back to where they came from, and we don't want that. You know what I'm saying? There's no government, there's no president. You understand? Have the power more than the people. Yes, the people has the power, and that's why I saw that. Why you see me, everything I was doing to not provoke anybody and solve the problem. But you want to create tension in the country. Let's say again, we look more peaceful coexistence, and then when the tension rising, then you say you're giving a bomb. So what's the essence of that? What's the essence? If you need that, though immunity was there, then you could have solved the problem. But you want to put everybody together, put everybody else together. This is wrong. You know, Africa need to change. You know, if you look around, there's a lot of issues in the African country. Liberia had an issue. If Liberians are not smart, they will go back to where they came from, and we don't want that. You know what I'm saying? There's no government, there's no president. You understand? Have the power more than the people. Yes, the people has the power, and that's why.
Okay, all right. There is no African president. There is no African president, no government that got power more than the people. The people have the power. That is what the former president said today, following the release of former Speaker Kofa and 3 others. Let's listen to Speaker Kofa himself, the man in the middle of all of what's happening in the country.
Did you hear the press conference? Did you hear the press conference of Gregory Coleman, the IG? He did say that this is a highly political case, did he not? So you don't take the partisans' word for it, you take the IG's word for it. He decided to bring this case based on a basket of evidence of innuendos, lies, and misstatement. And in the next few weeks, as we go through the preliminary hearing, we will deconstruct those lies and be able to put together a defense that is worthy of what we've done. It's a place for human beings. Unfortunately, that's the best the state can offer for Liberian citizens. It's unfortunate, but they are no better than me.
Okay, Alexa, you heard both the former president and the former speaker. So he said there was a question about the prison. How are you feeling leaving prison? He said a place for human being. Then the former president said, no government, no president. It's powerful. Then the people have all of the power. The people are the custodians of power. Let's hear you quickly, then we wrap up on it and go take some calls. Then we jump to the next topic, Alexa.
Okay, so I will start with the former president's statement first. I think our constitution is very clear where it talks about all power is inherent in the people. And the people who have written the Constitution of Liberia, they did not make any mistakes because it is based on Liberians' confidence that we have the president of the Republic of Liberia.
That's right.
It is based on the people's confidence and trust that we have lawmakers elected by the people. So without the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, you wouldn't have people to be elected into different offices in Liberia. No, you wouldn't have people to go to polls on election day to vote different leaders in power. He also says something about, in other words, how people speak. I remember, I think it was maybe 2 months ago or a month ago, we had a discussion here again about what happened up Capitol with, the fire incident and the statement made by Joseph Boakai, Liberia's president. And that statement and about that moment had the propensity to, influence the investigative process or processes. Because based on how he spoke, some of the words he had used, it was clear that maybe the people he had appointed, for example, the police IG, Greg Recommend, maybe they want to listen to what the president is saying just to match exactly what he said, to the things that were happening on ground without further investigation, because he talked about the building was burned by hooligans. So that was a statement by the president. And if you ask me again, I would say, I think at a point in time that played part in where we are today with these lawmakers, including former Speaker Jay Funanti Kofa, to have been, taken to South Beach just over the weekend. And today we're still here. So when you have a country and you have the national leader of the country to speak, especially when you have tension ongoing, Oliver, you have to be careful and you have to speak with wisdom. You have to speak in a manner that shows that you are empathetic and you are not being emotional. Because when you make a statement, sometimes there are people you have appointed who want to, do a favor for you, just to honor what you've said, or just to make sure that what you've said, will align with what they're going to do to give you some level of credit. And that is not really okay. This country, Liberia, has enjoyed peace since, people went to the Civil War for 14 years. And after that, Liberians have graduated from a point where a leader will want to send them back in a moment where instability is the order of the day. No, Liberians do not want to have that. So the former president says something about, if you knew, you would offer, a bond or all that, why did you allow us to be here today?
Yep, that's right.
Friday, you had lawmakers taken to the Liberian National Police. They were there in the morning, right? From the morning hours, they were there until later on during the evening hours. So if you knew you already had this based on the Constitution or based on the laws of the land, they will still be out at the end of the day after they've secured or bond. We shouldn't be here today discussing this. So you have to govern the country as a leader with your wisdom you claimed to have. You have to govern the country with some level of sensitivity, because if you are not selective, if you're fair in your judgment, if you're fair in your speeches, if you disregard political, pettiness, and focus on how the country should be run, how all sectors of the country should run, regardless of whatever political, or persuasion you have, maybe as a minister, as a police director, as, whoever you are in government. If you focus on running the country for Liberians and in the interest of Liberians and in the interest of the state, following the Constitution of Liberia, we wouldn't be here. 100%. So I do think Liberians do not want to go back to, where they were back in the day. But again, Oliver, if you have a country where every day you start to show supremacy and then you're disregarding the power being inherent in the people, you start to disregard Liberians have the ultimate power to make you president, to remove you legally, and then you will start to realize that where we are, we're not supposed to be here as a country. No. Tension, chaos. These are factors that cause a country to go down. These are factors that cause a country to go down. Look around West Africa. Look around and just take into consideration what's happening. Let's forget about West Africa. Look around Africa. Look what's happening. There are countries in Africa who are experiencing instability. Why? Because the leaders think they're so supreme. They don't regard the people. Tension. Selective justice. When these things are the order of the day, just expect that citizens will start to stand up for themselves, because this is more than the lawmakers, Oliver. When the former president talked about, the people have all the power and all that, this is beyond for Nantico fight, is beyond all the lawmakers who have gone, at the Liberia National Police and later on, the Monrovia Central Prison and all that. This is about Liberia as a country. This is about Liberians as a people. 100%. So if we want this country to move forward, we have to be serious and intentional. We have to be fair in our judgments and in our different statements. 100%. And we'll go back to for Nancy Kofar's own statement. I liked the fact where he said the Jina for, some kind of way for human being. Usually when you're in a community, you will listen to something like this, maybe from one of your neighbors. I've heard this phrase a couple of times. The Jeho for human being. If a human being, But he talked about something, Oliver. He talked about the lies. He talked about in the coming days when they are in court, you are going to know the real story. You are going to know the lies that have been told. You are going to understand everything that is playing out today. And for me, I actually look forward to what's going to be happening in court. We have followed this religiously. We have been on this for months. We have talked about all of these happenings for months. And the fact that we are here today still following, still talking about these issues, it tells you how, this situation is going to a point where I don't know if it is losing some level of understanding or not. But again, there will be a court, ruling. There will be, argument in court. Different people present the different cases. There will be pieces of evidence. Since you have said you have pieces of evidence to show or to tell Liberians that what you are accusing these people of, they did, we will be here again to follow through and get back to you with all of these different pieces of information. But at the end of the day, Liberia has to move forward. But then if the president of the country is yet to understand that Liberia should move forward, and he should understand exactly how this country should move forward, we'll always be stuck where we have tension. We'll always be stuck where we have insensitivity. We'll always be stuck at a point where, politics will be the order of the day, even if politics is not to be the order of the day. Seriously.
Okay, so basically, I'm not going to be that long on it. Here is what I think is happening, and the country will have to be very careful. I'm going to be clear with this conversation. and I owe no apology for the things I will say here today. The country will have to be very careful. This country, opposition, ruling position, people who know the truth but close their mouths because they're getting money and contracts from this government, people who say politics is not their business, every single soul in this country will have to be very careful with the way this government is proceeding. The reason I'm saying so is because when one tire busts in this town, everybody will hear the sound. If anything happens, anything for whatever reason will go on the contrary, all of us will be impacted. I'm saying this to me. The silence from the quote-unquote civil society actors and the religious authorities in this country is concerning. It is very, very concerning. The processes leading to this whole quagmire we are having, all of the systematic, processes leading to where we are today are all fraudulent. They're all segregative. They're all partial. They're not sincere and holistic. They're all politically influenced. And it is a sad thing when the judiciary system of our country is being manipulated and undermined for political reasons. Sadly, the institution of the late Bishop Michael Francis is now an auxiliary to the Unity Party. I'm saying this, let the Council of Churches take me to court. The Liberian Council of Churches, hustlers should take me to court. The Liberian Council of Churches has become an auxiliary of the Unity Party. We have never seen their kind of silence before in the midst of real national issues that are capable of ruining the peace of our country. Did you guys see how the police handled the CDC chairman? Did you guys see it? Did you see that video? This is a party chairman of the bigger opposition political party in the country having his two hands up in submission. The conventional police, manual will call for less force, or better still, no force once the suspect or the target has surrendered. The man had his hands up. The rebel kind of police went and started beating him up, threw him in the pickup, inflicted injuries. Till today's date, the Liberian Council of Churches hustlers would not issue one statement. Several key actors we believe and we expect to be moral voices in the country were mute. And that's why I do not hold any regret for having admiration for the kind of person George Weah is. If George Weah was one of those ruthless and heartless politicians, the country of Liberia would have gone into flames over the weekend. No ruthless and wicked politician will see his party chairman being disgraced by a police officer who can take pusher in the money. No. No African ruthless and heartless politician, political leader, I'm saying former president, will sit and allow his chairman to be treated in such a demeaning form. All through in the different CDC arrangements, he kept asking people to remain calm because he understands the importance of this country being peaceful. And that's why people are like, we would never stop admiring him. You can say all of the nonsense you want to say. Is up to you. It's your business. But this country, if we are not careful, if those of you who call yourself moral voices, do we still have moral voices? Because of you being compromised by the regime, Because Joe Parker and Jeremiah Coon sniffing crumbs under the table and giving it to you, council or hustlers, you call yourself council or churches, interreligious council. I saw the other Ali Krai, a religious leader who we used to respect so much. He's now on board. He's no longer having the moral voice. He has become the newest chairman of the Unity Party Auxiliary on Religious Affairs. And they call it Interreligious Council. The Liberian Council of Churches is the Unity Party auxiliary on Christian religion. You're no longer Liberian Council of Churches. You lack that moral authority. That's not the Council of Churches that Bishop Marcus Parkler Francis used to champion the cause for. How dare you sit here, call yourself bishops and clerics? You witness a country, Liberia, sliding into chaos. And you kept your mouth out. You didn't say a word. Do you know the magnitude of what was transpiring at that level? When a chairman of a political party was being beaten live on camera. After he had already placed his hands up. Hey, I'm armless. I'm armless. I have no hidden intention. Here I am. His hands are up and he's been beaten live on camera. Do you know what that would have done to his partisans? If their political leader was not George Weah, and to today's date, I stand to be corrected, not a single line from the Liberian Council or hustlers. If they vex, they don't carry me to court. I do not care. But they are a bunch of hustlers. They are trading the gospel. That's what they are doing. You're making money out of the gospel. You're into Jesus industry. You're doing religious. You bruised the sacredness of the position you all occupy. The Jesus Christ of Nazareth that we all know went to the temple and beat people who were misusing the temple. That was instilling moral discipline in those who he was trying to provide the Christian teachings to. You sit here, you watch the country sliding into chaos, and you want the whole country to grab you and start beating you up before you issue statement? What is the moral authority that you have? Oh, when all these things finish, then you will take on a war and go get a Gregor Coleman. You go honor Gregor Coleman like you honor Rachel Kuhn. That's why I will not refer to you as counsel or whatever. If a Methodist pastor is there, that's his business. I do not care. If you are a Methodist pastor, and I am a Methodist man, and you are unable to stand firm within the authority, within the institution that you brand as the Liberian Council of Judges, it's up to you. You're also part of the spineless moralist. You sat here. Your conspicuous silence led to some of the things we have today on our hands. You witnessed the country going down the drain. Up to now, none of you ever had any interest. You guys call yourself Liberian National Bar Association people, League of Lawyers. You sat in this country. The justice system has been weaponized politically. The last resort of any country is the judiciary. It's the justice system. You sat here, you saw the police. You invited people for questioning. You knew that you had a plan to indict them. You knew it was on a Friday. You invited them up, around 10 o'clock in the morning. Why didn't you charge them to court around 11 so that they will have ample time to go and free themselves? You kept them there up to 4 o'clock to politicize the system. And Gregor Coleman will have press conference and say it is not political. Yet our Liberian Council of Hustlers, Liberian Council of Church Hustlers, the folks who are benefiting and building BB mansions from Jesus industry, those who are using the name of Jesus Christ to build businesses, all in the name of bishops and whatever, take me to court. I do not care. You guys are becoming moralists. Morality is leaving you. You've been compromised. It is only a group of compromised individuals who will see a whole messy process and select the man who was the custodian of the trouble and go and get him honor and award him Somebody who presided over the affairs of the State of the Nation address when he was not the speaker. Somebody who had to resign to recontest for the position that he said he was occupying. Somebody who used over 2 million of the Liberian people money within few months of the quote-unquote speakership he was having. Council of Churches people, you read that. You know all of those records. You took honor and gave it to him. You sat here, the country was sliding into chaos. Till now, you haven't issued a statement. Thank God for people, for political leaders that we have in this country at the moment. I saw people, oh, we had the opposition week, the opposition week. What do you want the opposition to do? The opposition in the 21st century, we would not want them to be the opposition of the 1980s. The 1980s opposition, Alexa, they will go to the bush. They will go to Libya. They will go to Ivory Coast. The opposition of today, on yesterday, we had them on the radio. Alexander Cummings, Musa Belete, Maswa Sakimia, George Weah, Joel Howard Taylor. Thank God for them. Other countries, other opposition community members, they will not take some of the abuses, this government is meting out on the people. They will not take it. And that's why for those of us who want peace in this country, for those of us who want the country to remain stable, the country to remain prosperous, that's why we will always call on these quote-unquote perceived moral people to speak out. Unfortunately, the first line of morality in any country are the religious people. Sadly, they have become the newest auxiliary to the Unity Party. I say, if Bishop Samuel Reed get vela, ain't go sue me. If Samuel J. Kwa, Bishop Kwa of the Melody Church, who is a member of the Council of Churches, ain't go sue me. But truth must be told. Because if you remain silent in this country, and these acts of lawlessness, these acts of vandalism, these acts of vindictiveness, division continue to spread throughout the country. If something plunges out in this country, if something erupts, these churches you can collect offering from and buy BB cars while the members are suffering may not open. These churches where you got international branches that keep sending you money through Western Union and mobile money, they may not send you money. When hell break loose in this country, bulk of you who are into shitty dealings, members of the board, you pastor, but you member of the board of government institutions. So when the government is doing wrong, you don't talk anymore because you are a member of the board. When you go to board setting, you receive your $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 plus rest and other different immunities. When you sit and refuse to speak out, there will be time where you will not even be able to receive those benefits. Why all of these things are happening? It is important for us to acknowledge the tolerance and patience of the opposition community. I'm tired telling the government to be reasonable. I'm tired telling this administration to be calm, to be fair, and to be mature. I'm tired. I'm not going to waste my time because we've reached a point where it is proven that the government doesn't care about running a responsible administration. Look at the kind of thing the police director said. That the reason he did not keep Priscilla Cooper in jail because there was no space there for Priscilla Cooper. In the police central office, the headquarters, no space to keep Priscilla Cooper.
Isn't that biased?
But I mean, that's what the other media folks are parading with. There were information that she was not feeling well. Abu Kamara reportedly fainted twice. You refused to grant him release to his lawyers.
Medical release.
You didn't do it, but you gave that to Priscilla Cooper because she got elected in the Shafar on United Party ticket. Abu, who was feeling sick, got elected in the 15 on CDC ticket. You're running a political system, an unfair one. Yet, our moral people who are supposed to be morally strong.
Do we have moral people?
We are supposed to have them.
We do not have
the
them.
late Marco Francis left back a particular pattern that should ensure that at all given point in time, morality will be kept.
We do not have moral
The late
people.
Kafuma Konde, the late Sheikh Kafuma Konde of the national Muslim Council of our country left behind a strong authority, a strong institution that was supposed to be a moral compass for the Liberian society. Interestingly, Ali Krai, I mean, he has taken a board member position in the Unity Party government. So he no longer sees anything wrong in the system. He has become the newest auxiliary member of the Unity Party. Oh, yes. The Liberian Council of Churches had Emmanuel Summer Reeves, Reverend Summer Reeves of the Providence Baptist Church, on several boards with the different pastors on, appointed to different positions in the government. They are no longer talking. They're silent. These people wrote 2-3 press statements a day under the WEA's administration doing these kind of circumstances.
And they have press conferences.
Press conferences on a daily basis. I remember Bishop Cotto Brown. He will always have press conferences under the WEA's administration, keeping the government feet to fire, which was necessary. Today, they are tight-lipped. Instead of being critical, they are going to buy awards.
Special
they go to Richard Coon, you get them money, then they go and buy a award and go award him. Then he pay them money. Don't be surprised if they award Greg Como.
Award Greg.
Yes, don't be surprised if your Liberian Council of Churches hustlers go to award Greg Como as the best police director in the country, although his force was seen beating a party chairman who had his hands raised up. Once you raise your hand up, you have surrendered. Under the law, if you are supposed to be arrested, the officer will tell you, hey, your hands up, put your hand behind you. You put your hand behind you, the man go and cuff you. The man hands are up, you book him by the trouser, you started pushing him around, beating him. Come on, what did you want to do? You wanted to kill him? That's an act of lawlessness. Sadly, our commercial reverends did not talk. Oh, yes, I'm saying all of the things I'm saying. I owe no apology for it. No regret. Because when you man up enough and start to speak truth to power, we will reduce the kind of unnecessary tension in this country.
The human rights.
Some of the police people are church members. Some of the police people can go to mosques. If the religious leader from the National Muslim Council start to speak out against this acts of brutality, if the political leaders with the Liberian Council of Churches start to speak against this acts of brutality, these people who in the police and the joint security, they are church members, they will listen. Oh, our pastor say we're acting too bad. Oh, let me stop, because when I go to church, I know how my pastor will see me. Beyond these governmental orders, we Liberians, we respect our religion. We respect the imam. We respect the pastor. It is unfortunate that the pastors and the imam have become auxiliary members, feeding at the table of Joe Barker and Jeremiah Kun, eating crumbs. And so they've compromised the principles of the Holy Quran. They've compromised the principles of the Holy Bible. They have swept morality under the carpet, and they are jumping beyond Richard Kun US dollars. And that's why after Richard Kun will finish serving as a fake speaker for 8 months, illegally taking the Liberian people's money, illegally spending money that is not assigned to him, illegally, controlling security people when he was never the speaker. The Council of Churches took their time and fixed a particular wooden and a very seriously craft a wall and give it to him. And you want us to take you seriously? You want us to take you seriously? Be thankful that the kind of political leaders we have are not the type of political leaders that will want conflict in the country. And that's why today we're relatively stable. I don't want people seeing the opposition community as being weak. I don't want people seeing the opposition community as being weak. That's not weakness. They love this country. That's why they are acting cautious in what they do. They respect the peace we have in this country. That's why they are acting cautious. The way we want them to be rough, the way we want them to be proactive, the way we want them to be so strong and forceful. If they start to do it, some of us will not go to school in peace. Some of us will not go to churches in peace. Some of us will not go to our workplaces in peace. Is that the kind of country you want? I bet that's not what you want. And so don't call them spineless. Don't call them weak. Be thankful that they are now willing to dance to the tune of the government to plunge this country into chaos. Because from all indication, this government doesn't want stability. I mean, from the way they keep doing it, who will go to investigate a situation of the capital? The building burned in the midst of confusion between two groups of people. One group were having session in the original chamber. The other group were having session in the joint chamber. few days, the joint chamber was got out with fire. The folks who were having session in the joint chamber, the day before the joint chamber could be got out with fire, they took the 2 chairs that they were using. They put the 2 chairs different places. I don't need to go to police academy to invite the people who took the 2 chairs from the joint chamber for questioning and consider them persons of interest.
The police officers on ground where they investigate.
Yeah, I don't need to go to police academy to invite the two chairs were sitting in Alexa. Somebody move it and carry it across the road. Then they put the place, God forbid, they set it ablaze. Yeah? They took the 2 chairs. Then out of the sudden, the place is ablaze. If I want to start investigation as to how this thing happened, the first thing we will say, where the 2 chairs come from? It was across the road. But the 2 chairs have been set into the studio from the day the studio was faced. Or forever now.
And then they had a weak justification.
Why do you have to take the 2 chairs from here?
Did you see something?
When afterwards the fire, why did you take the 2 chairs from here? Why inform you? These chairs have been here. Why will you carry the chair to another place and bring it back? But no. Why did you take it? Our police did not see that particular situation to warrant the individual who removed the chairs as person of interest. They didn't see it. A lawmaker who is now a senator of Nima County, Honorable Samuel Koga, was at the Capitol, on the grounds of the Capitol, the very night, before the fire, and he participated on Spoon Talk. He was in a car. There are records to show. Why was he doing that at night? Okay, they're playing working, but at night, do you go there to work? Am I saying he's the one who burned it? No. But invite him too for questioning. Let him explain. Let the investigative report reflect that he came here, he was invited, he was served a notice, and then blah, 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 and so forth. Let her reflect. Did you do that? Did you invite him? No. The day before the house got on fire, there was a national protest in this town. November 17th, there was a protest, and on the 18th, the place got burned. That protest, the protesters did not even spend 30 minutes off Capitol. They were beaten, tear gas, shot out by the police. They disappeared. They ran away. They went home because they met excessive force, brutal force from the police. That whole day, that building and the surroundings were mopped up by the police as joint security. They were in charge of security that night, that day, the days after. Till today's date, they were in charge. For God in heaven's sake, the Capitol building is 2-3 feet from the executive mansion. A stone throw from the Supreme Court. A stone throw from the Liberian National Police Headquarters. A stone throw from the University of Liberia. A stone throw from the Ministry of Internal Affairs. That is how critical that place is. All of the places I'm talking about, these places got their own personal security network. The Capitol building inside got her own personal security assigned to the House wing and the Senate wing, plus the national security, presence. Since indeed there was a conflict of Capitol Hill, where were they? The security people who were on ground, did you consider them persons of interest? Did you investigate them? The first thing you do is to subject them to investigation because that could be negligence. If you are supposed to take care of their phone, Alexa, if I come back and see the phone on fire, I do not care how that phone got on fire. I will ask you who I gave the phone. Where were you? For crime to be committed, there must be an intent. Somebody will say, I want steal. Now, that intent will not be actualized if there is no opportunity. When we bear our horse and we put window bar, iron bar, Alexa, we put iron gate, we are trying to prevent the opportunity. Because the criminal is always with the intention to steal, But that criminal will not implement that intention to steal if there is no opportunity provided. That's why we put security in place. To prevent the opportunity. You see, when the man passing on the corn farm, when you not see the farmer there, ain't can break it. Because there is an opportunity for him to steal. Naturally, he is made up to steal. So if he is passing by the corn farm, and sees the farmer there, he will speak to them and pass. Anyway, the people here, let me go. It doesn't change the fact that he wants to steal, but he will leave. hoping that when he's coming by, they will not be there. And when he's coming by, they're not there, opportunity is created. Then you go ahead and break the 4-5 cone, put it in your bag, and leave. What that means is that the intention was developed, the opportunity was created, and so the act of stealing took place. I'm a son of Saint Simon, so we're speaking security. I mean, these are law enforcement things that we're learning, so forget it. So, assuming there are people who have intention of committing arson, meaning burning the place, who created the opportunity for that to happen? Alexa, who created the opportunity? Because for a crime to be committed, there must be an intent. Yes, let's assume that there was an intent by unscrupulous individuals who we do not know their identity to burn the place. Who created the intent? Why don't we consider those who created the opportunity, rather? Why don't we consider them persons of interest as well? Who was in charge of the night shift on the angle of the police, on the angle of the Senate wing, on the angle of the House of Representatives wing? Who were in charge? Why are they not subjected to the same issue of person of interest? Why? Moreover, you have 37 lawmakers on the side, 25 on the other side, having different sections. All those who are being arranged before the whole operation were from one group of people. One group of people, you have them as suspects. The other people who were using the John Chima that got burned, who removed their chairs before the John Chima who got burned, you didn't touch them. You didn't ask them. You didn't consider them persons of interest. In such an environment, it becomes imperative for the moral voices, the civil society actors, the religious community to be firm. Even when you're eating money from Kun and Joe Baka as pastors and reverends in the country, the money they give you, the money should not overwhelm your sense of reasoning. It should not overwhelm your sense of judgment. And that's where we have serious issues. I ain't going to say more on it. I'm not going to waste my time. What I want to say is to be thankful that our opposition community, we are Cummings, Taylor, Kemiya, Ability, and the rest of them who are on the side of the law, be thankful that they are peaceful people. And we are grateful for it because we do not support any violence in this country. I particularly do not have any. Look, I don't even want violence or 1 minute in this country because it is detrimental to all of us. To all of us, including the pastors who are compromising their integrity for small money. It's detrimental to all of us. And that's why I do not want it. But what I want is for people to be men enough, men and women enough, to look in the face of the system and say, look, Taylor are doing the same thing. He's nowhere today. Stop it. Samado did the same thing. He's nowhere today. Stop it. Totman, Tobert. We can only read about them in the books these days. Even Taylor, who is now living, we only read the old magazine and watch the old news about him. Over 90% of Liberians do not even know how Charles is looking in 2025 because he's in jail. The moral voices will have to remind this administration. Maybe they need to remind Honorable Gregor Como and tell him, look, you're now the police director, but somebody was in that seat before you. Somebody need to remind President Joe Baka that 2-3 years ago, you were laying onto your horse and the convoy used to come from a different compound, a different neighbor. You will not be there forever. You will not be there forever. Even when you be there for 30 years, 100 years, you will leave. Somebody else will come in power. Somebody else will come and sit in the same position. It did not start with you. It is not ending with you. But for these things to be put in check, we will need the moral, and that's why we are disappointed in some of the media institutions. Oh yeah, we're disappointed in some of them. Even when you got all of your cattle from the government, you should use your platform to equally advocate for peace and security. You should advocate for fairness. You should advocate for the rule of law to be respected, because if this country is to slide into chaos, which we do not want, which we pray against, we may not have newspapers to write for. We may not have radio stations to go to. We'll be fighting for palm cabbage, palm kernel, I don't call it, but I know Batana ball, what kind of ball? Those are things we'll be fighting for. Who will get time to go read news? You read news, one small picking say now one launch something in your hand, you say that you own a territory. You're not going to read news where? We don't want those things. And that's why as a media man, even when Kun get you on a payroll, look, come on and say, look, of course the government want to investigate, but let the investigation be impartial. Let it be holistic. Let it be without political influence. That's how we run the country. President, we have said it in his statement. We are a small country. We know each other. We know one another. We should not live like this. And that's all. That's all we say on this particular situation. We take calls for. It's 5:12 Alexa, 5:13. By the way, we take calls up to 5:25. Hopefully on this matter. Abu Kamara, Dixon Sibo, what is his name? Jacob DB and Jonathan Fanatikofa, all honorables, were released on today. Their lawyers filed a bond for them. Mr. Cummings went to the court. Mr. Weah went to the court. And all of the other political leaders went to the court and so forth. So that's the whole conversation. But we'll take our break. When we come back, we go and take calls. After which we go talk about the cow and rest reloaded. Let's take a break to be right back.
From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crimes for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crimes for all. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper.
Okay, so Crime Stoppers Liberia. Let's go to the lines and take a few calls on 87.9 086 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation. Tomorrow we'll bring you a letter written by the CDC to the international community. We want to bring you that letter. There is a reason why we are reserving that communication for tomorrow. But let's go and take calls on our numbers. For those of you outside the country, you can join us on +231 886 500 104 +231 886 500 104. Those of you outside of the country, that is the number for you. Let's talk to the first person. Go ahead. Good evening. How are you?
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you? How you doing, Chief?
I'm fine. I'm good. And you?
We are great. Sorry. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Okay. This is Jebodo Sebastian calling from Cape Town, Kinjal.
Kinjal. Let's hear you from Kinjal, where the police went and killed 3 innocent people. Go ahead.
Free. We are here. I'm working as I'm speaking to you now. Nothing going on here.
Okay.
But the conversation, my brother. The parents, we told the people what going to happen, but they don't listen to us. And to my own understanding, I got the own view concerning the police brutality. The police, in my own mind, the police see that what the police did was wrong. And these are things that they are going through. They have to face their own punishment. Because if you are an act, like watching when you started on constable time, so they're not listening to people that they're not listening to it. And even not all the police are interested about it, but because that just were investigated truthfully, and we not listen to them. We not listen to them and we find a wrong for people. So these are things. So we have to bear the consequence. Just like if going to our office or other people that have not been passed. But the drug will look for this thing and we'll find it for that 6 years.
Okay.
But we'll root them out by the grace of God.
We leave you right there. We leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? Quickly.
I'm good.
Go ahead, Chief. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Hello, sir. Go ahead. Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
I'm saying, but now we'll root them out. Anything they do, they will not leave them forever.
Okay, thank you. We leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, how are you, sir?
Hello, how you doing?
We are great, my dear brother. What's your name? Where you join us from, Chief?
I'm Moses. I'm calling you from Providence.
Providence. Let's hear you.
Yes. It's good for people to identify with people. But I want to say this, that the government did not just arrest these people or put them in jail without a probable cost. There was a crime that was allegedly committed, and the full to the crown. So you have to take a look at and say there was no crime committed.
No. Did we say there was no crime committed? We said if you are investigating. My man, listen. When no, how you do it? I mean, shut up, man. Get the hell out of the line. What wrong with you? You sat on people having partial investigating. You say what it call? Get the hell out of the line. You think we got time for that nonsense you own? Let's talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Hello,
sir. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Thank you. I'm Emmanuel SBDO. I'm joining from Senegal.
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Okay, thank you so much. I don't have much to say, but just to say thank you to the Freedom family. Whatsoever thing they are doing is not only for the Liberian that are in Liberia, but the outside world. Thank you. May God continue to bless Mama Liberia. Today or tomorrow, Liberia will prosper. In Jesus' name, I pray.
Amen. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to Ma'am Cici. Go ahead, ma'am. Let's hear you.
I doing KOK.
We're great, ma'am. Let's hear you.
Hi to my brother Alexa. Hello, Mama. KOK, I want to say thank you to you, Alexa. Right now, I'm not okay. I'm not feeling so good. Since Friday, I have put good food in my mouth, in my stomach. KOK. It's been happening in our country. I don't put something and clapping and say it is right, it's wrong. What made people to go and they keep back in this country with guns? I will play with you, KOK. To see one group of people you hosting there and other say they're not hosting one group of people. You get another woman that want your packet ticket in this country. You telling us, I know whosoever want to go your best friend, telling us that there was no space for the woman to stay there. But my son, Abu was sick. My father, Kofa was sick. The other guys, they were not okay. You want to kill them and you say you're not getting there to come out to go to medical attention? And you not get that woman out, and the woman who lawyer sat down.
And you got one individual call from Brother. He say not impartiality. What's wrong with that guy? Go ahead.
No, I won't cause myself.
No, don't do it. Go rest, man. Sissy, go rest. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. 1 minute. How are you? Quickly. Hello. Okay, let's talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Good evening, Kip.
Good evening, my brother. No time. Let's go.
You know, I don't really want to talk on this industry. What I just want to see, God will continue to bless you. God will continue to multiply your dreams for your children and grandchildren. God, what you are doing, the full belief of you are doing for us is very, very enough for us. You see the politics every day before, you will begin to only seeing that the ills in our government. Because if the government is the government that can listen to the people, all this is not going to be going on. The government came to which own people all around here. And this government is the government that came here. They are a ruler, not even leaders, ruler. Because if you look at the behavior, almost a rebel behavior, everyone of them just doing things outside down in this country. What can you be as government for the entire country?
Okay.
There is unification in the country, but you continue to divide the people. Okay. Thank you for giving us the opportunity. Thank God. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. We leave you right there. Let's talk to the person quickly. 1 minute. Let's hear you. No time.
Good evening, Brother.
Good evening. Asa Wilson. Quickly.
Yeah, prefer to be person of KOK. I'm joining from a resident into community. Brother Khan, the thing that makes in this country during the war, you see.
Isaac, go ahead quickly. No time. Oh no, Isaac, go ahead, Isaac. No time. Okay, we'll leave Isaac there. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Thank you, my brother. Let me hear to say a letter.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, the official spokesperson for the Liberian Civil Rights Movement kind. We respect the rule of law. We respect every civil right of Liberian to be protected.
Okay.
What is going on is wrong. We can't sit down in the corner waiting for the grand stuff before I call, but we can't sit down in the corner.
No, it is terrible. How you got Abu Kamara, fainting. The man is sick. You releasing Priscilla Copper because she's a United Party lawmaker, and you keeping Abu there because he's a CDC man. Somebody open the mouth and say the police are doing the right thing. The police is very, very selective. You don't run the country that way.
The former president said, you know, you didn't you acting. All right, why are you acting for? You say you want prosecute people in a bad thing, or somebody do wrong. The prosecutor, the one in the law.
Who's stopping prosecution? Nobody's stopping prosecution. But do it honestly.
They give me a point, get on there. This is wrong.
Terrible.
You're not about doing the wrong thing. They're going to be able to do the right thing in this country. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. Let's hear you. How are you?
Good. So Alex.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thanks for the show. And listen, there are things that you guys are highlighting, but one thing you're forgetting. You know, Speaker Kofa is a devout.
Oh no! Oh, your line. Call the original WhatsApp line. It is terrible to get me on the other WhatsApp line. This person, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? Good evening, my dear brother. Let's hear you quickly, then we'll go to the next topic.
My name is Dana Shaki, and I call you this in the evening on the grounds of the Coalition of Democratic Change in Toronto.
Go ahead.
God, let me just thank you, Excellency, that the Church of One Man we are was standing on behalf of the legislature to aid our family.
We'll have that conversation. We'll have the conversation in the second segment, please.
Okay, I will wait for that conversation before I make my tip. Thank you.
Okay, we leave it right there. Let's go and talk to another person on the line. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? Hello, sir. Simple Bridge. Go ahead, Mr. Smith.
Okay. I just want to address this issue that has to do with the Unity Party government. This country is not for Unity Party.
That's right.
This country is for Liberians.
All Liberians. Even people who not get party for them.
Yeah. And for me, I'm a Unity partisan, but I'm going to be straight to the point.
Okay.
The proceeding of this government is very, very bad. They need to change from their behavior. Because what they are doing, they have been bad in the process. And even saying when they go back to and Africa, to honor lawmakers to the Morgan Central President, was very unfair. Let us engage the issue. It's not because we from Unity Party, so when Unity Party does a thing that is not right, we should stand and back it in the process.
That's right.
And there's a need to put stop to such things. It is not good because what it's doing today, it is putting the country into a serious scale.
That's right.
And if CDC gets that, CDC is a party. They have members, they have people. And CDC having to get back and choose to come out one day, then of course our country will be heading to a different thing. So as a partisan of Unity Party, I call Joseph Newman Braga that this country is not for him. We voted into power because we wanted a change. They talk about change, they talk about rescuing people, they talk about a lot of things. And all of the things that we gave them, we voted into power for, they are not implementing none.
Okay.
So Joseph Newman Braga needs to desist of his attitude. One of the main reasons why he's portraying such an attitude is because he's already an old man.
Okay.
And with the experience he gets as an old man, and that is the reason why we put him there. So you know that you don't have a much or longer time or long lifespan. And because of that, he just chooses to do what he chooses to do. And LeBron is not telling him.
Okay. We leave you right there, sir. We kept you on the line because you are a Unity partisan. We needed to give you a serious opportunity to make your input. But look, we're gonna take two more calls. We'll take our break. When we come back, we go to the next talking point. But let it be made known, why were they even denying? You should even allow the lawmakers to go based on personal recognition. These are lawmakers who were elected by their people. When they got almost 3.5 years to go in authority, where would they run away to? Where would these people run away to?
They're in Liberia. That's one
thing. They are representatives.
They have their districts. We're not saying someone is above the law.
These are not unknown people.
So
they didn't even say we're not going to look for bond. They had their lawyers ready to go. I mean, this is just politically influenced.
And I don't want to respond to the guy who called from. I don't know where he called from.
No, I mean, nobody going to dignify him.
But comprehension is a big problem in Liberia.
Who said they don't?
And it happens to people who are supposed to be able to understand simple things. This is not the first time we have talked about the fire incident of Capitol. No.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about this for weeks. We've talked about this for months. And at every given point, we have always gone back to asking where are the other people. You just got up one morning and based on a statement from your political leader or the nation's leader, so you want to do what you want to do to align with basically what he said. You had police officers there. So were they, part of the investigative processes? That was one of the major concerns I had earlier on. And I kept asking that question. I don't know if they were investigated or not, because we did not see any reports, where the police officers on ground said this, and that.
No way.
We also asked about, there was a first time where you had a fire incident. You had it for the second time and third. So what exactly are the coordinations? What are the connections? We asked all these major questions before. The fact that Oliver had to reiterate, and then you are not understanding, so you just say the thing you're talking. Now you will tell how to say the thing we won't say on Freedom FM.
We will leave it right there. Let's just take 2 more calls, then we take our break and we'll be right back. This person, go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Yeah, okay. I was talking earlier on, but the line went off.
Yeah, quickly.
This is Abraham Conner again. I was reminding you that Speaker Kofa is a devout Catholic, okay? And you got a Justice and Peace Commission in our country that was very vocal during the Taylor era and, of course, all of the eras in our place there. It was presided over by this very Kofi Woods, is a security advisor to Buaka today. But they are stifled that particular institution that they're not even uttering a word. In fact, one of their own is being persecuted, not prosecuted, but persecuted in a particular country, and they are silent today. It's a shame on those people over there.
Okay.
And in the future, no Liberian should be in a position to listen to any of those religious institutions over the Muslim community or the Christian community. By the way, I am a Muslim. Ali Cry is an embarrassment. It is a shame to that institution. I will speak to my own. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Thank you. We leave you. Let's take this question for 30 seconds, then we call it a day. We'll go to the next topic and go home.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let's hear you quickly.
Hello. Yeah, okay. This is Ishmael from Minnesota. Puaka have already told us that it was hooligans that burned that place. And who showed hooligan attitude? It was only Puaka who broke all the laws. For Greg Coleman, who sent police to beat lawmakers. It was the fake speaker who ordered the beating of Winston Blatty and breaking his phone. It was
Jim Colette who broke into the speaker's office.
Who broke into someone's office?
Yeah, live camera.
And broke into Yaka Kadubaka. Who show hooligan attitude? Only these guys are capable of doing what happened at that place. If they ever happy, if anybody ever burned that building. And I still think that building was not burned by anyone but electrical force. I still think that way.
It is still possible. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's take
thank you, my brother.
Thank you. We leave you, Ishmael from Minnesota. We take the last caller. And this caller will send us directly to the next talking point. Yes, so our people from Grand Gila County should get ready. Something is happening in Grand Gila. Politics is about to go to Grand Gila County, and I am hoping that we can. Okay, so since we don't have the luxury of time, let's take this quick break. Alexa, we'll be right back to do the second topic.
Guess what? Then people come and play. I swear. I'm a winner EPA with me. The song I made and they get it wrong. What's more than edition and signing from Freepo? I was set to you know, it's on say with them bike and say, we the most of them never. If running behind
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you told us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you for us? So why the rest now stable? No job, no food, no born on the table. No just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can go. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping body, bringing poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people I hate to say you got no love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question, that who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you are going to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now when they top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now when they top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question, that who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama. I will like drama 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 drama.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. Alexa, I'm trying to find the clips for the late Madam Nessa Doe family and everything concerning it. But yeah, so the people finished signing the bond. They both finished signing the bond today, and we were told that. Alexa, what are you laughing for? We're told that the judge say, say, all right, bring the bond with me, Sunday. You know when trouble coming, people can't want no delay around. Let's just bring the bond. Yeah, bring the bond. Let's Sunday cook with. I'll bring it. But judge reached to the court. Come is there. Musa be there. Natana Magid there. You got almost 15 lawmakers and 79 in the court. Say we ready now. The people brought a bond. Let's see what I want on Sunday. You as a judge, especially a judge who loves the country, you won't risk the country. Imagine judge we are returning to CDC headquarters and tell citizens say, oh, when there, the court say they won't grant Francisco bond. And that's no. I mean, yeah. I mean, the security people are smart. The Jones security are the smart. Even though under pressure, under duress, reluctantly, but there's the government said now. The global people, the quiet speaking people, global crew bastard, they can say now we'll say the moon, your high won't go there, but you're forced to go there. I mean, you're not, and how they can say in English, you're not lucky, you lucky, whatever the case is. But we're gone. We don't hate this regime, we don't hate this president, but we hate what is happening to our country. They turned the country over to him with less than 17,000 votes, even before NEC could say he won. And how do you do this to the country? How do you divide this country? The man who left the presidency gave it to you on silver platter. Yeah, our crew boy in Negro Town, maybe they would know the crew correctly. They said, "Now we'll say the moon, How you deny a lawmaker a lesson? How you deny a lawmaker of his personal recognition just by being lawmaker alone? In a small police station, we can go there and sign for people. Anyway, let's ask. Okay, like you say, yeah, okay, we'll not run away. And yeah, okay, we'll not run away. Let's on Freedom Hub, man. She will not run away. What that peak where the man Steve been able to get sound for him. Let's sound for the man, even though I brother is still peak, but sound for him. I mean, the personal recognition. These are things that are done in. Well, Francisco will run away? Former speaker. I mean, why would Dixon people run away to? The people at Negro Town start asking him, man, where are you? You are our lawmaker. Why we won't see you? They're not going to run away. And that's why it's not about. That's why you should win. The thing is not about the substance of the case. It's not even about the substance of the case. It is political. Let jail them. Let put them in jail. Let's subdue them. Let jail them, and it will make them feel weak. No, you are not succeeding because you are provoking tension. And I know how people understand this, but the political leaders in the opposition, they are not weak. They apply wisdom, and that wisdom has saved this country. Me, Alexa, I swear to anything. Don't be laughing. Oh. I swear to anything. Me, a political leader of CDC. No, a different ball game. You tell God thank you for Joshua. Yeah, clear. All I can say. Tell God thank you for Josh. Me, the kind of short tempo I get, a political leader. Eh? You will ask me whether your blood color, whether you get two color blood. My own gray and your own red green. You tell me. But that's why it is. We were thankful to God that these things are happening. But look, at the end of the day, we'll all go to SKD, we'll go do Kante Me. And then that's the funny thing about it. But the way you're doing it now, and that's time we're kind of country people will not even want to sit down on the same table to drinking club again.
The country is already divided.
That's the kind of level the country is reaching, and we do not want it to reach that level. The men are back fan, the other men are back fan, but because they support United Party and CDC when they go in video club, when back at school, I can want jump, I go jump on you for all to hug each other. Yeah. But because of how this government is proceeding with division, those things may soon stop. They made myself from Maryland County will go on the stadium and we'll be doing Maryland and Granger there, or Maryland and Nima. Maryland will score. That man will come be jumping on me. I'll tell you, man, stay on that side. Although it's for the same country, but because of this whole political divide, these things may happen. And who's responsible to solve it? The government. How the hell you win election, you stay vest? No, man. The thing is so terrible. But let's go to the other conversation. Yeah. Sorry, my dear people. I'm boring you a lot. But it is so terrible. Okay. Okay, okay. So, did you follow the former president yesterday when you visited the Dauphin, the Alexa? Did you follow?
I watched a bit of the video after because I was on a very long road trip you're aware of.
Yeah.
So I was not really following, at the time, it was happening. But I saw a bit of the video. Yeah. I saw a bit of that.
Okay. So right now I don't know where the cow is. But before we go count on the show, the cow was taken to the family house. So if they took the cow from the family house and carrying it back to CDC headquarters, I do not know. But
this is one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
So
in a very long time.
Yeah. So here is my Liberian people. Oh, I have my man J. Randy Dapo calling. It can be too tough on the line. So Honorable Jeremiah Kuhn, the vice president, went to visit, I think it was last week.
Yeah.
He went to visit the family of the late, Madam Nesido. He went there, the day all the things is so to do, and he left. Then on yesterday, President George Weah decided to visit the family of the late Nesido. This is what one of the mothers said to President George Weah. Listen to it.
When it happened this way, when something that didn't happen, when your first son, when you pass away, when your first son come, they can take out. Please take out this schedule and take out one. I beg you. If you don't have in your pocket, but take out, we respect power. Okay.
The cow will bring the cow. Will bring the cow. Yeah. So it's a tradition. It's a tradition. So the two cow, Fida will bring it here, so you can take it.
Waiting for our pa. And no fucker will die. They coming Saturday. Allah, no. Go sometime. Then your thing fucker will not pass.
Okay, all right, okay. So y'all listen. We come in interpret what the people are saying, so because the recording doing some kind of shaking thing. The woman who was speaking first, the woman said, "Our son, we the Grangians, when big person die like that, and we can kill cow. And in the southeast, last time when people wasn't there, plenty cow can lay down. So she said, even though my son are not looking in your pocket, that is to tell you how tradition was at play. Because she's aware that the man of former president, cow, that's what former president get what president, former president get a fool, right? But she said, even though I'm not looking in your pocket, but we want cow. President, we have said, okay. Listen to her first.
Let's say first son. Thank you for coming.
You heard how the Grandian woman referred to President Weah? Nancy first son. That's how Grandian considers George Weah. The first son to Samba Kanyando. Listen to it.
When it happened this way, when something that they happen when your first son, when you pass away, when your first son come, they can kill cow. Please take cow in schedule and take cow one. I beg you. If you don't see your pocket, but kill cow, we respect cow.
Okay, you heard it, Alexa? Even though I'm not looking in your pocket, but kill cow in Grandian and kill one cow here for us. Kill cow, my son. We respect cow. That's why they told the former president.
The cow will bring the cow. Will bring the cow. Yeah. So it's a tradition. It's a tradition. So the two cow Fina will bring it here so you can take it.
Okay, so after the former president responded and said, I'll get the 2 cow. Because the woman said, 1K, 1 year, okay, 1 in Granger. The former president, we have said, I'll get the 2 cow and Fina will bring it. The women came back again to chant battle cry. Listen to what they said.
I know Franca will die, they coming Saturday. No. Go Franca. Then your thing Franca will not pass.
You hearing it? You hearing what the woman said? The woman said, those song can. Some kind of those song can. So you think cow will not die? There is not the first big man who now go to the Mado.
No. Go Franca. Then your thing Franca will not pass.
So tomorrow the cow will come. The cow will come tomorrow, and so we can bury our mother.
Okay, so after then, the former president submitted the cow and the other materials, and the family received it, Alexa. Federal Librarian, they receive it. So there, Mamindo carried the cow back to CDC headquarters, say, President, we are lay a cow. But right after the former president left, and we'll take calls on this tomorrow because we don't have time. Right after the former president left on yesterday, as soon as he left, it didn't take 10 minutes, President Baka go there. When President Baka left, Mamindo, who already accepted the cow and the other thing yesterday, we are being told from people within the corridor of the family that after President Baka went there and he left, somebody from President Baka convoy and Leslie told Mami, say, why am I going to accept thing from the former president? Why am I accept it? You know, so the government already promised to do the whole funeral. You want to let all get veil. You want to carry the thing back to him. That disgrace him. Soon the morning, the woman went and carried the thing back to CDC headquarters. When she carried back, The family people to the man say, those first son bring our funeral material. Elisa, bring our funeral material. And you can't take it without consulting with the family. What kind of small guy? That traditional thing they get playing with so like this. And so Senator Asa former pro tem, he said, no, we're not going to lie. The rest of the family people and the people of Grand Judah will call back to the former president and say, we beg you. That's small child. When the children coming up, when they go America, they go Europe, the people put the European thing in them, they got no traditional thing in them. They kind of do things based on American policy. This is, So please forgive her. We're coming for our items. That small child. Forgive her. Under normal circumstances, Alexa, if you return a gift, in most instances, the person will say, no problem.
You don't want it.
Yeah, the person will say, no problem. Maybe the person will take it and give it to other people. But the people begged President Weah and he accepted it. And so they carried the gift back. So President Weah carried the gift first. Mommy received it. When Baga went there, people from Baga place alleged, pressure Mommy. Mommy to carry the gift back. And they carried the gift back to President Weah, to the funeral mat. So this is when they carry the cow back. A spoon TV live here. I think this is Diamond or something. No, not Diamond, but somebody else on it. It could be Diamond, but this is Spoon TV record.
This shouldn't be happening. Hold on 1 minute. Back to him as a form of disrespect. Now the family are requesting to rest come back. What can you say?
Okay.
Shouldn't be happening. There are those who have said that this shouldn't be happening. So, Ambassador, you ready to speak to the press now, sir? Hold on 1 minute. This kind of event, earlier already brought back some President we are taking back to him as a form of disrespect. Now the family are requesting to rest come back. What can you say on behalf of the two families? We are reviewing situation
Okay. All right. So, I mean, so it is so low, but as I say, in every given situation, sometimes there will be misunderstanding about it, but it is on a resolution. So they receive it and it is there. They uploaded the truck and they uploaded the other thing in. I'm not going to say more because I think we are already out of time. Yes. But here is what I think we will want to say to our people. And it boils down to the same thing, Elisa. Creating tension. Government shouldn't be looking for trouble here and there, this. And Mommy Doe too, I understand she and her brother, Samakaya Doe Jr., they've never supported Joshua in any political endeavor. I mean, Samakaya Doe Jr. is on record for supporting the Unity Party. Even at that, the CDC government still kept him on the payroll in the Freeport. But that's those who are talking about. Joe Baga's son was on the payroll in NASCAR. All true, we are him president. Then Samakaya Doe son would not be on payroll. I mean, the former president didn't care about who supported him or not. Look, Elisa, if your father did good for me before, even you, the son, when you not want to support me, I will not get issue with you because of what the relationship that was between your pa and myself. That's how President we are considered Samakaya Doe Jr. And Mommy Doe, anything what they've been doing. These are cheering. I will not get issue with them. When the pa and myself used to be lecturing to the mansion, they were small. Drinking bottle. Mommy let a bottle, do let a plate of car. Yeah, Sammy Doe Jr. let a plate of car. When the pa and myself used to be talking, there were smaller people. So I'm not going to allow their pettiness to do me. I mean, I'll still do what I'm supposed to do for them. But please, Mommy, these political people should not allow you politicize the death of your mother. Grand there? Yeah, I mean, Grand there come there. I'm one of the people who went near my was talking. Oh, they want. That's saying what dinner is not possible. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't politicize it because even the Grand people, Sammy Doe Jr., he went there before to tell us he won't be sending the. They didn't vote for him. And then you, mommy, will tell grandchildren people who to vote for at a particular time. So stop allowing political people from the UP or Makun office to keep manipulating you to do what? The man gave you gift. You would have made news when the man went to your house. Thank you, Alexa. Thank you. You would have made news and turn the mail to your house. It was just a 5 calls on the issue because we want to be time cautious. They turn the mail to your house. Why the man finish giving the thing? You also stand and say, "Oh, Mr. President, we now want your material." They will say, "Oh, they gave me the machine." But what is happening? My people let talk between the thing. But you sat there, they received the thing, everything. Then the next day, people call you from rescue telephone and tell you all about thing. Say they do it, this and that. Don't do it. It's not going to be a decent thing, ma'am. It's not going to be good. So I mean, we'll talk more on it tomorrow because we got to take just 2-3 calls on it.
So I just have just a very short comment, and I think the lady who requested the cows from George Weah, he did not offer to give cows. If he wanted to do so, maybe that was something else, but he did not mention publicly or he did not make any announcement that I'm going to give 2 cows to the family. No, but it was the 2 cows were requested by the old lady, and based on her request, that's how he agreed, and he told them Finna will bring the 2 cows.
Good.
So I'm saying this to mean tradition is to be respected, regardless of whoever you support politically or not, regardless of your personal issues with people or not. When it comes to tradition, I think it has to be respected regardless. Whatever that's happening now, we know when a person dies, 100% the family is grieving, the family is mourning. So you have some level of imbalance. You have people really emotional, you have people really sad, you have people just grieving all over the place. So based on the emotions you are feeling, you're going to act in a certain way, which is understandable. But I think there's a thin line between you expressing your emotions when a person dies and disrespect as well, Oliver. Because if you did not want what was requested by one of the old ladies there, what President Weah honored, you should have just said, "No, we do not want any cows from you, Mr. George Weah. We're going to do what we're going to do." Right there, yesterday. That was going to be very simple. Today, we're not discussing, you say cow reloaded, right? We're not discussing this.
Yeah, cow
there.
reloaded.
Tell the president, "Hey, former president, I'm sorry, we cannot accept this." That was going to be done right there. But you accepted, you did not, respond to him yesterday. You accepted until the cows and rice were sent to you. And you turned around and returned, the materials. For me, I think it is important to be sensitive in certain situations. Do not allow anyone influence you at about this point to be political. Your mother just died. If you want to give her a befitting burial, do so. Do not allow people to politicize the death of your mother. If you do that, you're not respecting her. If you do that, you are not, giving her the befitting burial you think you're giving her. You can mourn 100%, you can grieve, but you should know exactly how to do what you're doing. If you allow politics ruin whatever you have planned, and about this point, let's just forget it. But I think we're going to talk more about it tomorrow.
Okay, so quickly, even if it is 2 calls, we'll take those 2 calls. Let's go to the lines and talk to the first batch of people quickly. No time. We are going out of time. 1 minute.
Okay, let's say your end of my train. You're thinking plenty. This is my end, Okay, that nigga, I saw her yesterday on Facebook. And her uncle said, this girl, this is her first time seeing George Weah. All the lies she told to people. She was so miserable when that man went there. Even to shake that man hand, that girl. But immediately that man left. When I say, people went there.
Yeah, Joe Biden went there.
And that when that thing happened
yesterday.
So she just fooling herself. She making herself small.
Thank you.
Get time for her grandchildren. Don't have time for that whole thing there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Buyer.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll leave you. We'll take the other person. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, we were true song, Grangela County.
Speak crime. You gotta speak crime.
Yeah, what this our sister is doing is wrong time. They want to play politics, play different area, not on the devil or the woman. And when she's doing that, I mean that she gets blaming her mother because on the time of bereavement, they haven't put a wrong side. Even it's something that happened before, but she are doing a wrong thing. That's not the real opposite again. I think she's doing that don't stop being rude. Because when you're rude, it's not correct. You can't get nowhere.
Okay.
You can't be rude to people.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to this person. Hello, 1 minute. Hello? Hello? Oh, no, we leave it right there. Hello, go ahead. Let's hear you. Hello, quickly, no time. We got to go. Let's hear you.
Okay, hello, my son.
Let's hear you, ma'am. 30 seconds.
She get it wrong. She get it wrong. And Bwaka listening to his people. They're spoiling him. He doesn't know. But I'm telling Mommy though today to know that those that kill his father, we are the people kill her pa. We are how to call this mayor? Bwaka is one of them. If she can remember, tell her about local defense force because she was Bwaka was working with agriculture ministry. Those sacking. So he formed local defense force and he joined to kill a man. So you should know.
Okay, thank you.
Bwaka is one of the.
Thank you. We leave it right there. Let's talk to the person. You are the last caller. Quickly, you are the last. Go ahead.
I'm just surprised of that sister they call Mami Do.
The
people that helped to kill your father, you took gift from them, but the man who had nothing to do with the death of your father, and the man you rejected gift from. So I don't know what you're thinking about. You know what I'm saying? If you can take gift from people from the Unity Party that helped to kill your father, then refusing gift from where, it's up to her.
Okay.
You know, so I just want to say that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We gotta go, Alexa. We gotta go home. We're out of time.
We'll be back here on tomorrow.
And this conversation will continue. We'll tell you how much they promised to give her. We'll tell you all of the arrangement. But until then, have a wonderful time. God bless you. Bye-bye.